Ladies and gentlemen, and other versions of the internet folk, cyber entities, perhaps some aliens, and of course the revenants of the world, I have just seen Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Oh dear. Let me be clear on this. I thought this movie was okay. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was okay. As a genuine zombie junkie, and yes, I am a zombie junkie, I will generally watch almost any movie that has zombies in it. I love zombies. I have always loved zombies. In fact, I will tell you that they're not really zombies, they're ghouls. In the original script to Night of the Living Dead, the very first Generation 2 zombie movie, they were referred to not as zombies, but as ghouls. I haven't read the script, that's merely what I've seen in interviews. But I digress. Here's the thing. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies is an absolutely stunning movie. It is beautiful, the sets are incredible, the makeup is really, really well done. In fact, the makeup is so well done that this should not have been a PG-13 movie. Anyone who isn't considering this an R-rated movie is a complete and total idiot. There is enough gore in this film to constitute a R-rated film. That's just what it is. Now the other thing about this film, you know, you've got these costumes, and these costumes are, well, they are almost completely true to form, except for the fact that there are times that they're showing more cleavage than I think would have been true for the time. It was one of those things. I took costuming and they said, note that there are no melons on display here, except for like the two chicks that are supposed to be hot. We're obviously seeing some cleavage there. And it's like, if you really get off on heaving cleavage, then yes, great movie for you, because there is some heaving cleavage. I wouldn't say there's an excessive amount of heaving cleavage, but when it's heaving, it is very heaving, it is very gratuitous, and it's like, I don't understand the boob physics in this movie. Did they stick something under one boob to make it higher than the other so that it would look like that? Because, I mean, and it's like, how is she breathing that much? It's like, her boobs go up to her chin and then drop down to her stomach. And then go up to her chin and drop down to her stomach. It is some incredible boob heaving scenes in this movie. None of them I felt were all that sexy, but they were there. But here's the thing about the movie. This is what kind of ruined it to me. First of all, they keep saying the word zombie. And anybody who really loves zombie movies knows good movies don't say zombie. It's tradition. You break that tradition, it's going to take your movie down a whole half-letter grade. So if this were a B+ to me, it would have just dropped down to a B. Then, the plot is dumb. There is so much excess seen in this movie because during the era it's set in, there was a lot of excess. Labor was cheap, materials were expensive, so you saw ornate gowns and fine paintings and all sorts of wonderful things. The problem with that is that labor cannot be cheap in this environment because there are zombies eating all the cheap labor. So this is the thing, is that the Victorian era would have had to evolve some to deal with the zombies. Why are they wearing these flowing dresses when they should be wearing leather armor to prevent them from bites? The whole problem with this movie is the humans are just about as stupid as the zombies. And you're just going, you're carrying oh yes, you wanna get married and have a family, and yeah, except for the fact that there's a horrible war going on between humans and zombies, and they need every soldier they can get, including these daughters here. So they should be able to join the military because they're needed that badly. I mean, there's one scene there where they're going, yes, this is so-and-so's famed black guard, and they're the greatest. It's like, if you've got these soldiers guarding you, why aren't they on the front line fighting? If this chick here is the best swordsman, swordsperson, the most dangerous sword wielder in the entire island of England, why is she on the front line doing some killing? You can't be out there, oh, I'm going to have my wine now. Oh yes, the country's being taken over by zombies, but wine. It doesn't work that way. This was my problem with the movie, is it didn't function. I understand that the book is kind of supposed to be quirky and it's more of a comedy, but this movie was not a comedy. It wasn't we're joking about the excess of the nobles and the fact that we're all dying because the nobles are being excessive. There was no social commentary about the rich people taking over the world and eventually the poor have to rise up and eat the rich because they have nothing left. That was not in this movie. So yeah, if you want to watch this movie, maybe drink a beer. The AMC I go to has beer, by the way. Great movie to do that. If you're looking for a good zombie movie, this is really not that. And if you're looking for a poignant social issues movie, this is not that either. Now again, I can't say this was a bad movie because it was entertaining. There were parts I wish there were less dancing, but it was an entertaining film. So that's it. Be entertained, turn your brain off, have a good time. I'm Richard.